video has recently emerged showing the destruction of a Russian Su-25 Frogfoot attack jet moments after taking off from its base. The location of the Su-25 accident was Millerovo Air Base in Rostov Oblast. The base is located less than 20 miles or 32 kilometers from the Ukrainian border and was involved in the fighting in Donbas in 2014. As per reports, the Su-25s were supposed to be on a mission as part of the ongoing war in Ukraine. The Su-25 has been playing a crucial role for both sides of the conflict, and losses have been high for Russia and Ukraine, clearly indicating the dangerous nature of the missions undertaken by them. But, as evident, this downing is not due to enemy action. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense captioned the video, "Incompetence at all levels." In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Su-25 Frogfoot downing shows major issues with Russian Aerospace Forces. Let's get started. An observer on the ground watched as the jets lift off the runway, and as they make a banking turn to the left, departing the base, the second jet in the formation abruptly gets into difficulty. The Su-25 decelerates as its left wing drops toward the ground. Moments later, the number 2 Frogfoot is crashed, leaving a fireball in its wake. It didn't seem that the pilots could eject due to a lack of time. Su-25 is a subsonic, single-seat, twin-engine jet aircraft developed by the Soviet Union by Sukhoi. It was designed to provide close air support for Soviet ground forces. The first prototype made its maiden flight on the 22nd of February, 1975. There are strong indications that the accident was the result of either a pilot error or some kind of electromechanical failure. Neither of those possibilities is good news for Russian Aerospace Forces, as the Ukrainian counteroffensive makes significant headway. Russian fighter jets have been known to be prone to issues. The CAG, or Comptroller and Auditor General of India, had, in its 2016 report, observed that the MiG-29K, which is a carrier-borne multi-role aircraft and the mainstay of integral fleet air defense, is riddled with problems relating to airframe, RD Mark 33 engine, and fly-by-wire system. The engine was a major source of concern. The CAG audit observed that as of September 2014, a total of 65 engines, 42 with 21 aircraft and 23 spares, had been acquired. However, since its induction in February 2010, 40 engines, representing 62% of 65 engines, had been withdrawn from service or rejected due to design-related defects or deficiencies. The CAG report had noted in 2016, the issue has serious flight safety implications, since in-flight engine defects had led to 10 cases of single-engine landings. Operational availability of the MiG-29s between 2014 and 2016 fluctuated from 15.93% to 37.63%, while that of the MiG-29 KUB trainers was between 21.20% and 47.14%. Because of this, the Indian Navy has decided to go for a new fighter for its new aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, and evaluation for Rafale M and FA-18 is going on. While complete loss of power would require both the Su-25's turbojets to fail at the same time, flying low and loaded with weapons and fuel, a single engine failure could have been irrecoverable. Official Russian military statements suggest that Russian pilots fly a bit under 100 hours a year, compared to U.S. Air Force pilots who fly around 180 to 240 hours a year. Without enough training, pilots would likely not be at the top of their games. Evidence of Russian air power being overworked, not only in terms of platforms but also personnel. The issue of fatigue could potentially also play a factor. Even a momentary lapse of concentration could have seen the second jet fly into the jet wash or wake of the lead, which could have led to a loss of control. While an incident like this can happen, in Russia's case, it points to a larger rot. The Russian Air Force has a 10-to-1 advantage against Ukraine. It was thought that Russia would have full control of the skies in a few days. But even now, Ukrainian aircraft are flying and air defenses are firing. Technically, the Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses (SEAD) operation has been a major failure and is now costing Russia dearly as ground troops are increasingly coming under Ukrainian fire. It's not hard to see that the situation is not good for the Russian military when it comes to achieving its objective in Ukraine.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.